What's up, guys? Good morning. I'm gonna try and get through it. Hopefully, I don't lose my voice halfway through, but give it our best shot. I feel fine. I just have I don't know, just lose my voice, I guess. 1 second. Thanks, guys. Morning. What's up, everyone? Losing my voice a little bit, but I think we'll be able to get through it. I feel fine. Just for whatever reason, losing my voice. So, all right. Let's jump into the watch list. All right. First name on the watch list for me is going to be Microsoft. We're currently in a kind of like an hourly wedge pattern on this name. So I posted the picture in the watch list channel. We kind of have broken out of this in the pre-market session. Sorry, let me see. The level that we're at right now is 405.70. We're at like the very top of this wedge pattern. So if we break out of this wedge, the first level I'm going to be looking for is like 407.80. And then over that, really going to look for like 410, 412. So that's kind of my thought process here on Microsoft. We're consolidating inside of this. So if the market pushes us higher, I think this name can see a really, really nice move out of that pattern. So that's what I'll be watching on Microsoft. Now the next name is Netflix. Netflix is really interesting on the hourly time frame because this name is coiled, like super, super coiled. And this name, when it moves, you guys know it moves really, really well. So looking for this to break upside or downside. It doesn't really matter which way it goes. But if we break upside on Netflix, then I'm going to be looking for like 580 as the stretch target. It's only a $13 move to the upside. If we break downside, then I'll look for like 550 as the downside area. That's from January 25th. We kind of had a tweezer bottom on the hourly down there at 550. And then below that, obviously, we've got the room all the way down to 583. I don't think we're going to fall. My gut's telling me we're going to push higher on Netflix, but we'll see what happens. We're flat right now going into open. And so we just need to wait for this pattern to play out. But this one looks like a technical beauty pattern right here from an hourly perspective. These are the price consolidation leading to range expansion plays where we see massive, massive moves out of. And so that's why this is a top focus for me going into the day. And then lastly, Aapl. Okay, this is like the elephant in the room, earnings. We are at the implied move right now, 3.5%. Line in the sand for me on Aapl is going to be 180. If we lose 180, then I'd look for 178, 174 to the downside. If we hold 180, I'd look for 180, 136, and then basically 183. Over that, I'd look for a move back up into that 185 area. So we just need to see what we do at open around 180 on Aapl. But if we can hold 180 and we defend it, really good chance we go up and get 182, 185. So if we defend 180, I'll be looking at like the 185 calls potentially. Those things are going to get absolutely crushed at open. So that's kind of the game plan for me today. It's a Friday, so not going to try and do too much. I'm also can hardly talk, so I don't want to do too much on a Friday. So I'd like to find some really, really good setups, nail them early, and then call it a week. That's the plan. We'll see what the market gives us, but that's what I'd like to do. Really, really think the Netflix chart looks super, super coiled and ready to go. Thoughts on Meta? I didn't even cover Meta because it's up. It broke the implied move by so much. I mean, it could just keep going today too, but it's going to have a massive gap up. And we closed it. What did we close at? 394, and we're opening at 457, 460. This is kind of reminiscent of the NVIDIA gap up. Very, very similar to the NVIDIA gap up, actually. So nothing really on for me on Meta. Congratulations if anyone took Meta calls. I didn't, but yeah, crazy moves, Lambo. QQQ and SPY real quick, just some commentary on those. Qs have to hold to 423.32. If we can't, we got room down to 420. SPY has to hold 488.74. If we can't hold that, we've got room down to 487. What's up, Arjun? We just went through the watch list. Microsoft, Netflix, and Apple is what I'm watching. Yeah, I was gonna say IWM just lost a big key level, 193.57. If we sell 190 puts, might go crazy. The next level downside I have is 190.37, and then underneath of that on IWM, 188.77. AMD looks decent. Yeah, XOM could be a nice flush play, actually. 2.4% on XOM was the implied. We're only up 1.13, but yeah, you're right. Believe the cons never open. AMD looks good, David. You talk about AMD and NVIDIA, they both look pretty good going into open. Apple's under 180, by the way. Coin is just in a downtrend right now in pre-market. Need to break 130. Affirm downtrend as well. If 37 holds on Affirm, you could see it move back to 40. Here come the sells on Apple. Snowflake could be good if it holds 207.26. There goes Snow. Snow's popping into open. All right, guys. I tried to get filled on Apple. I took the 185 calls on Apple, 30 contracts at $12 a contract. We're up 15% on Apple, 20% now. Again, 185s. There it goes. 40% on Apple now. 70% on Apple now. 100% on Apple. 185s, guys. All right, guys. I have 5 contracts left at 120%. 150% now on Apple. 180%. What a trade. Crazy, 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 guys. I've got 2 contracts left now. I couldn't type that out, guys. The flush plays you can't type out like that. But we just hit 200% in the first 3 minutes. The fill on Apple was $11 a contract. They're sitting at 35 right now. Next level upside I have is 182.74. Guys, I didn't say no to the Apple flush earlier. All I said was that we had to stay within the implied move at 3.5%. When you see the volume step in on Apple, that's where you go in. Apple's gonna go to 182.74, I think, guys. Yeah, so now everyone, if you're in, it's just like this is a stress-free trade now. We're just holding runners. We just hit 250%. Yeah, AMD's moving. So Nvidia, sheesh, Swaggy, you're paid on those. I just thought the same exact thought, Tyler. I was like, man, 2K could be sitting at like 4K right now or 6K. 350% now on Apple. Let's go, Swag. That's a good problem to have, Simon. So if you guys want, I would scale a little more if anyone's in it. Like I said, 182.74 is the key level on Apple. A 30 contracts minute. I'm looking at Netflix, Rock. It's breaking downside right now, out of that hourly pattern. But I don't like that everything else is pushing higher. Yeah, we took Apple calls. We just took Apple calls 300%, guys. In about 6 minutes. Pretty good Friday, in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. I agree, Simon. Over that 185. That's why I like the 185 calls. Yeah, especially if you made your money, guys. If you made your money, like it's like sitting down at the blackjack table and hitting a few blackjacks in a row and then thinking you're gonna keep playing. Yeah, Nvidia is on crack right now, going to 650. Yep, Microsoft at the breakout of that hourly wedge. Kind of looks like yesterday's pattern. Big stick on the 5 and then just consolidate for another move up on Microsoft. Apple going for a new high of day. New highs on AMD. There goes Apple, new high of day. If we take 182.74, the next spot is 184.84 or 185 on Apple. Nvidia is ripping. Yeah, I think we smashed Apple every single earnings. There's 650 break on Nvidia. It's all right, guys. Don't have FOMO on Apple. There's always another trade. Oh man, 400% on Apple now. 450%. These 185s might go in the money. Nice work, Crush. Beautiful trade. That's insane, Swag. There goes Netflix low day. Not the best looking 5-minute candle on SPY and QQQ right there, by the way. No signs to sell Apple yet. Every candle's been green. Like I said, the last 5-minute candle on SPY and QQQ, those are more bearish candles, but let's see what we get here. Gravestones happen at the bottom of a trend. These are what you would call like a blow off top or a shooting star candle because we're trending up and the buyers push us up, sellers brought us back down. The gravestones are when you see those at the bottom of a downtrend. But yes, the candle looks exactly the same. Let's go, blunts. Yeah. 20 minutes into the day, and if you did that, it's time to go. AMD is just chugging along right now. New lows on Netflix. AMD's on an absolute face ripper. Nvidia, guys. I'm having FOMO on Nvidia now. Tech is much more stronger than SPY right now. I'm looking at QQQ 428 calls, guys. All right, I took the QQQ 428 calls. Oh yeah, Charlie stopped over. I'm only in this trade for 330 bucks, guys. It's nothing crazy. 6 contracts at $55 per. We're not going to oversize. We're not going to do anything like that. But QQQ 428 0-day calls. Trying to see if QQQ can hold the 13 EMA and the 200 EMA right here. Apple's still strong, so I still like QQQ to the upside. QQQ still looking good, guys. Only down $4 a contract right here. Microsoft going for 410, it looks like. All right, 20 seconds on this candle. If we can't get over 425.74, I'm going to cut QQQ. Even though technically we're still in trend, the 0 days are just, you can't hold them if it's not going to see. I like that candle, the way it just printed. All right, let's see if we get this move up here. 425.72 is the level. Microsoft looks really good. Apple trending nicely. We just need to see a new higher high on Apple. New high day on Microsoft. AMD looks decent. My average is now 51 on these QQQs, guys, with 8 contracts. Not going to add any more because I don't want to oversize into a trade. But that's the size I'm willing to stay with here. All right. We're green on QQQ now. If we can make a new high of day, I'm looking for like a 30% trade here. I'll cut half. Microsoft looks like it's going to go for 410. Apple new high of day. Anyone still in those 185s on Apple? I'm not in them, but Theta's probably setting in on those a little bit. If SPY can break high of day, we might see a nice move on QQQ. AMD's pulling back. Microsoft is pulling back, which is why we're seeing Qs fall back a little bit. Good work, Dempsey. Crazy on Apple. Yeah. I think if SPY can get a new high of day and break over 491, we're going to rip. I haven't even looked at Disney today. Where's it trading at? Just kind of trading sideways right now. Another new high down SPY, 491. Those Apple 185s really might go in the money, huh? Only $1 away. Here goes QQQ. SPY's pushing highs. QQQ hasn't broken high of day yet. 12% now in QQQ calls. %15 now. Damn, I missed my fill, guys. I just tried to sell 5 of them at 15% and it sold me at break even. That's not what I wanted to do. I tried to get filled at 15%. It's all right. Still holding 3 contracts here. $491.43 is the big level on SPY. We break out over that, we can see a big move. All right, I'm out of the other 3 contracts, guys. Overall, small loss on the QQQ trade. No continuation when we broke up. Try to get high of day, we couldn't break it. Oil with the pretty nice recovery. Yeah, Mara looks good for sure. What does coin look like? Coin looks decent too. That's a good looking chart, Will. Abby. Tech's kind of rolling over right here. I'm just waiting for a setup to present itself to us, guys. Talk about a liquidity grab right there. Taking SPY 492 calls, guys. 8 contracts at $53 per contract. With that big wick over the EMAs, we got a buy signal on the spot on the Alpine Algo. Apple's holding the EMAs. So ideally, we just push from here back to 491.34 area. There we go. Now we're moving, guys, on SPY. 10% here. 16%. 20%. All right, I just sold half those contracts, guys, at 24%. Now we're sitting at 33% on these contracts. The other half of the position. 40% now on the other half. I got 2 contracts left. Yeah, me too on QQQ. I wish I still had them too, but sometimes that happens. They gave us that big liquidity grab, and I hate when they do that. There's really nothing we can do about it. We just got to respect our stops and respect our stops and find the next play, right? If I would have gotten mad about QQQ taking that small loss, I wouldn't have been able to take a 45% trade here on SPY. Yeah, I see those. I see those hourly wicks, Rock, on Netflix. Meta new high of day. Apple 185s are about to go in the money. I should have held a few of those just into the end of the day. 50% now on SPY. 60% here on SPY. $75. 85% now. We're about to go in the money. All right, guys, we're in the money now on the 492s. 100% now. Yeah, these things are going crazy. 120% now on SPY. Can't believe they took those QQQ calls from us though. Apple 185 is winning the money. What did those contracts hit? Dang, they hit 88. $630% from my average that I had. All right, guys, I'm gonna sell. I don't know. Should I sell my last contract? Yeah, we're not gonna get greedy. We're gonna sell it. Sold it at $1 or $2. Yeah, if they wouldn't have done that to QQQ guys, we would have had an even bigger day, which is crazy. Hi, what's up, Will? No, it's fine. Did you take a break or did you actually trade today? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep, exactly.
averaged it down more, which is against my rules. And then it went green. Would normally have sold where it was, but I didn't because the drawdown was greater than the move up.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about the line posting it like, hey, I was just down. Look how far down this line went. When I posted, I'm up, and I'm only up this little bit. It showed this man. So I held it on more, so it looks more. And that's what I do. Literally because of the post, I was like, not gonna.
Yeah, you're a beast though.
Thanks. So look at you.
Man, I was like, well, yesterday I wasn't feeling good, and I was like, nah, I was like, we tried it, and I held Disney way too long. Like I always, I've told you this, but like I tell every new trader, win big, win small, lose small. And yesterday I let my Disney trade lose big. And if I would have had I just cut that trade where I normally would cut it, we'd probably be up like 24, 2,500 on the account right now. But I let that go way too red on me. And but the key is like I had a red day. I broke my rules, but I came back today, stuck to my rule set, and now we made up for it.
That's what you got to do. My issue is I was breaking my rules a little bit too often this week, and I started to notice it.
Yeah.
And yesterday, I noticed it was impacting that decision. I could have taken my profit. I should have taken my profit. I was up to pieces. He covered his short right where I would have sold also, but I think it was only like 200 and it was drawn down. So like I can't take $200 out of just risk.
Right.
So instead of selling where I was like, okay, clearly the pressure of the small cap is or even just the posts of the small cap, not small cap itself. Was getting to me mentally. So I just decided to take today off, take the weekend.
Yeah. Load up the other way. Man, we took Aapl flush at open, and those contracts just hit. They're at $1.10. We had them at $12 a contract. I sold them, but if you guys look at the Aapl chart, it's just trending up. Like on zeros, you can't hold on big pullbacks.
Yeah, that's another thing I keep accidentally doing zeros when like I wanted to do 1DTs, but I just moved too fast when I'm like ready.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the one thing I tell people too, psychologically, a lot of people will see like gains on like a small account and be like, oh, it's not a lot, but I'm like, take your 2K account, multiply it by 10, and then multiply your gains by 10. Would you be happy with the 20K account instead of making like today, instead of making $300, what if we made $3,000? Would that make you happy? And like in my mind, that's how I do it.
I got yesterday after my first 3 trades, the account was over 6K and I locked it in. I doubled the position, not all at once, like I was doing two. I don't know what I was doing, but eventually it worked, even though it was not like you never want to make money from rules at the end of the day because then you don't want to like I want to break my rules and I get rewarded for it. So like that's never to do. So I'm kind of happy it's slapping in the face, but at the same time, it sucks because I'm not trading my also I'm only trading my small account and the goal is to turn into my big account. So I have a lot of opportunity cost while the account is still at this level. So that's the thing that's kind of annoying me the most. It's just like the longer each time I have one of these setbacks, it's preventing me from getting to the point where I can trade like normal size that I would.
Yeah, your account's going to be at like 500K before too long.
That's the goal. Let's cross our fingers and hope I don't keep breaking my rules. I don't think I will. I think after this,
Yeah.
What do you like?
Well, well, well.
So, do you have more trades left for today?
I do. I mean, I have buying power left, but part of me is like, again, I go back to that mindset of like, would I be happy with a 3K day on a 20K account? The answer is probably yes. So
What's the percentage on it?
on the day we're up.
Was around 10%.
Yeah, we're up. We're up 17.5% today on the account. Yeah, that's where I'm like, I don't want to give any of it back. Aapl is exploding right now. It's at $120 a contract. That's probably going to be a 10x play if it keeps going. All we had to do is full port that guy's movement sitting on a $20,000 account right now. Just kidding. Don't ever full port. It's not worth the emotional stress. You see people like a lot of these, the small account, the one thing I don't like about the small accounts is a lot of gurus will do it and like charge people to do it. And they do multiple per month and they only show you the ones that win.
I'm not usually a fan of like small accounts for that purposes. Like you're doing it live in front of everybody. You're doing it, showing people, you're following these rules. A lot of people are like, even when I posted something the other day, I saw somebody say, "Yeah, we do weekly challenges of $100 to $10,000, $10,000 to $10,000," and I'm like,
that's such a joke.
That's great, but I'm gambling. You're not. It's not realistic. Like, yeah, odds of becoming $100 to $10,000 in a week is almost nothing. Those odds are terrible.
Yeah. You're better off to go to the casino and sit there.
Yeah, exactly. For $100, you have better odds of turning it into 10,000 at a casino. If you wouldn't do it at a casino, you shouldn't do it on options. It's all about risk management. Yes, we all fuck up. Whether you have good rules and discipline, everybody slips in a lot. Keep in mind, also, I've done these small accounts many times. The first one I did, well, not the first one, but the first one like I took daily screenshots of and everything was I wasn't doing it publicly. Like I wasn't posting it anywhere. I think I was sharing. I would send screenshots to like Strat, like in text, like, but I wasn't posting it. So there wasn't like a pressure of, oh, I need to do this for, I need to do it a certain way because it's, I'm posting it. It's like, I'm vulnerable. I'm posting it everywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're fully transparent, it's like it's a different kind of pressure, like you said.
Like I could never do what Strat does. Like he's on here, he's typing out his trades. That alone is like if you think back to my first challenge, I went to 505. That my big red day there was like $202,000 in a single day. That was because I tried doing what Strat does and I just can't do it. It was the first time I ever like tried to trade in front of people, but I was doing very well. A lot of my close friends that trade were not doing well. They kept asking me, "Oh, like post your trades," and I'm like, because I was like hardcore scalping back then. And, there was no time to like. So one day I tried to do a lot like kind of like this in Discord. I made a private channel just for like a few friends, and I broke all my rules, kept flip flopping. There wasn't one trade or any like large loss per one trade. It was just the fact that I kept going back and forth. I'd be buying puts at the bottom, buying all the top. It's just horrible. I was just digging this hole deeper and deeper. And they were like, "Yo, just call it a day." I'm like, "No, I need you guys to win." Nobody can talk me off that.
Yeah.
Applaud Strat. Everybody who's able to do like post their trades and everything.
We applaud you, Whale. That's the crazy thing. A lot of the people that do this, they can't do what you did. I don't think I've seen any other like Furu take a small account from $2,000 to $500,000.
Yeah, I try to be all the food. I just don't like that. But
Well, you're not. I don't even think you are a Furu. You are part owner of a SaaS company.
I'm trying to learn stuff. Like I call them sometimes on spaces, but I don't call them all out because some of them, you know, they're going to be quicker. Some of them, it's going to be a slightly longer trade. I'll get just calls, but I don't post my trades anywhere. Like nothing like that. I'm really out there trying to teach people. The whole purpose of me posting daily is really just to show people what following your rules can actually do and how quickly it adds up. Of course, while doing that, those rules. It's so I need to take one. Want to make sure I'm fully.
What's your strategy? What do you look for when you're trading SPY?
So like my trading style is really hard to explain. Parts of it I can explain. So I use I don't know if you know who Sadie is, SATY, and then I won't even try to pronounce his last name. But he made some indicators like the ATR indicator. He made some the EMA did it. So I use those, and then I have like EMA cards as well, and then get the exactly. But I use that, and I started also incorporating Maple, like the CBC method, like candle by candle. Basically, a candle closes higher than the high of the previous candle. The CBC will flip bullish. If it closes below the low of the previous wick, it'll flip there. So I use that a little bit as confirmation now as well. I have an indicator for that. And then I use VWAP. The VWAPs that I use are, I have like the +2 and the -2 on there as well. And I usually like to take the puts around the upper, the +2 VWAP and falls around the bottom one. A lot of the time it's a good area that it'll reverse. But other than that, I really look at the 1 minute, which I don't recommend for most people, but that's actually like a hawk. Because it's one thing to look at larger time frames and look at the candles and how they're closing. It's another thing to see the action that's occurring during. So how did it get to that point? Was it a battle? Was it just, understanding the motion of the candle, seeing the momentum, seeing the bears and bulls literally battling on what is how I can kind of tell, okay, we're at this key level, we're starting to see the bears start fighting back around here. I'm seeing the candle really fight back and forth. This is probably a good area where we're probably going to start to potentially pull back, and then I'll enter some puts. But usually it has to align with one of my other types of levels, and then I have the dark bulls, and then I like to see flow and confluence. So me personally, when I'm looking at flow, I keep on Wellstream. I'll just keep the merge flow on, and then I'll have SPY, SPX, IWM, RUT, QQQ, and then DX. No other filters, just those symbols, and then we color by sentiment. So if I get a ton of red or a ton of green coming in all at once, right when it's hitting one of my key levels, it's usually a good indicator. I think I showed this on that webinar we did also. I took like a trade that day strictly for the example to show like I didn't go cherry pick it after the fact and be like, see, this is the perfect setup. I took the trade, closed it really quickly, and just showing what I was looking at and flow lined up with it. Hope that makes sense.
Makes sense. I can't do 1 minute though. I feel like I'm looking at.
That's why I said like it's very hard to explain the way I trade, but a lot of it is I can stare at the 1 minute and then like what's happening in the candle based on the way it's moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, it's almost like tape reading or order book. Without looking at the order book, I'm just strictly looking at the candle.
So you think we see SPY 500 next week?
I think, next week, I'm really bad at predicting anything outside like humans. So that's why I don't swing trade. That's why I never do. Is because I know what I'm good at. I'm terrible at that. But yes, I personally, just based on what I've been seeing, the earnings coming out, earnings have been overall pretty good so far from what I've seen. I do think we push at least to the 500 mark. It's only $8 away on SPY at this point.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get it, especially if Apple goes. Like Apple's been the one that hasn't really went. If we get Apple over 200, I think SPY over 500 is definitely gonna happen.
But did Apple have good earnings? I actually didn't catch it.
They beat their EPS. I think they missed on their service revenue.
And then I heard something about somebody said like China really or something. I remember reading. I don't know where.
Oh yeah, I think the manufacturing or something like that from China was like at risk or something like that. Like they were gonna delay production of stuff.
Maybe that's what it was. And then I forgot that the Apple Watch stuff didn't really impact Q4. It's more than impact probably Q1 until they figure stuff out.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I just every time yeah, I don't know. I just can't bet against Apple on earnings. Like the last 4 earnings prints have done the exact same thing. And Apple could go to 187. What are your plans today, Will? You got any plans after the market closes?
I don't care when the market closes. I was just catching up on work and doing some stuff like that. Figured I'd stop in and see how your small account was going. And I'm probably gonna leave my computer soon and just kind of relax. Maybe change the batteries in all of my son's toys because he just leaves everything out. And then I have no idea. Just gonna take the day off and enjoy. Yeah, I'll trip the GTR.
Tokyo Drift style?
Oh yeah, what about you?
No, not really. Seeing a few friends I haven't seen in a while tonight. But nothing, no big plans.
This weekend is me and my wife's wedding anniversary. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Where you going out to dinner somewhere?
So we go out to dinner pretty often. And so what we're doing this time, so that's like special, different than what we do all the time. We're gonna cook together because we don't really do that. So
Nice.
we normally cook in. Going out is definitely special, but when we go out all the time, we talk about it. I think this will be more fun and memorable.
Yeah.
Than if you went out to dinner.
What are you cooking? Do you know?
She wanted to make like pizza from like scratch. She wants to make the dough. I kind of want to combine the dough and then we can make the other stuff from scratch, like do it all like that. But we will see what we want to do as far as that. We're gonna make pizzas and stuff, and then make the sauce, all that kind of stuff.
Dope. That'll be cool.
Make some glizzy and drink some water. Right, man. Says, all right, we'll make some glizzy. Glizzy's a hot dog, right? Okay. All right, man.
All right, man.
Love you guys, and hope y'all paint.
We'll do it again next week.
Oh yeah, we coming back strong.
Peace out, man. All right, bro. Have a good weekend.
You too, man.
Apple is still going. It's over 186 now. Apple's going to be a 2,000% trade, guys. That's insane. They're at 175 right now. We had them at $12. 13, almost 1,400%. Let's see if we can. Well, Apple's going to trade up to that 187.63 level, I think. New high day on SPY. All right, I don't like that candle on SPY. The 5-minute blow off top candle. But Apple is just still going. 187.63 is the next level, the upside that I have, guys. Man, I need to get some tea or something. I feel fine. It's just my voice is. It's not like I've been chain smoking. Yeah, we should have. If we full ported Apple, we'd be sitting on like $24,000 right now on the account if we were still in the trade fully. It's kind of wild to think about. New ports and full ports. That's hilarious. Put some really cool marketing material together for that one. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's Friday. Had a big day. I'm still feeling a little like just I don't know, weird. I need to get my voice back. But yeah, great day today. Nice recovery day on the 2K account. I just wanted to show you guys what you can do. If you stick to your plan, you stick to your thesis, you can't let one red day, one red trade, get to you. Um, One thing I'll say before I leave is keep an eye on in Apple. If we break 187.63, it's got room all the way up to 190. This thing doesn't look like it's stopping. It finally flipped green. Those calls are up like 1,800% if you guys are still in those. But Apple could send everything right now because Apple just flipped green with momentum. um, so Apple looks good upside. Snow looks good upside. And SPY and QQQ look good. SPY's a little bit smoother right now than QQQ is. So I'd look for pre-market high to hit first, and then over pre-market high, look for those psych levels, 493, 494 type of thing. Yeah, see 340% on Apple on the re-ads. So you guys are up big. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. Anyone on YouTube stream, it's delayed by about 10 seconds. So if you guys missed the Apple trade, that's because you weren't in the premium community where it's not delayed. But I dropped the free trial link in there for you guys. So yeah, sick with the mess up there, dedicated for sure. But yeah, if you guys want to join us, it's you can check out the free product stack for a free trial. But then you can also get access into the community. So anything you guys need, let me know. Message me on Instagram, or you guys here in the premium community, just message me in the community. Let me know what you guys need, what you see, what's going on. But have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for the Sunday scan. We also have the onboarding call Sunday. It's kind of like office hours onboarding call. So if you guys want to look at charts or anything like that, the email goes out to you guys every Sunday with the Zoom link. So 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Eastern, and then 7 o'clock Eastern for the Sunday scan. 6 a.m. I appreciate you, Arjun. Appreciate the kind words, man. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.